Hi everyone, it's Gillian and welcome to my channel. For today's tutorial, we're working on this 3D heart square. To make this square, I am using a 3.75mm hook and I'm using a worsted weight yarn Red Heart Super Saver. Always check the link in the description for additional information for hook size, pattern, links to pattern, and much more. So let's get started. To begin round one, you're going to start by making a magic ring. Chain 2, and that chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch. Inside the ring, you're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to chain 2, and this is going to be the start of the repeat for round 1. You're going to make 3 double crochets inside the ring. 1, 2, 3. You're going to chain 2, and you're going to make 3 double crochets inside the ring. You're going to chain 2, and you're going to make 3 more double crochets inside the ring. At the end of the round, you're going to chain 2 and tighten your ring if you need to, and you're going to join with a slip stitch to the first double crochet stitch. And that is the end of round 1, and you should have 12 double crochets and 4 chain 2 spaces. For round 2, you're going to chain 2 and working into that same stitch as the slip stitch, you're going to make a double crochet. You're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. And into the chain 2 space, you're going to make a corner, which is going to be 2 double crochets. Chain 2 and 2 double crochets. You're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. And into the chain 2 space, you're going to make another corner stitch of 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets. And you're just going to repeat all the way around, 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches, into the chain 2, you're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets into the chain 2. And you have your last repeat here. You're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches, and your last chain 2, you're going to make your corner of 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets into the chain 2. and you're going to join with a slip stitch to the first double crochet stitch. And that is the end of round 2. Round 3 is going to be a repeat of what you did in round 2. So you're going to start by chaining 2, and remembering that that chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch. Working into the same stitch as your slip stitch, you're going to make a double crochet, and you're going to make 1 double crochet into each stitch until you get to the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the chain 2, you're going to make your corner of 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets. You're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 7 stitches, and that's going to bring you to the chain 2 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Into the chain 2, you're going to make your corner of 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. And you're going to repeat that sequence all the way around, and I'll meet you there. At the end of the round, you should have 2 stitches left, and you're going to make 1 double crochet into each stitch. And you're going to join to the first double crochet with a slip stitch. And then you're going to fasten off here because you're going to get ready to switch colors for the next round. For round 4, we're going to join with a new color in any of the corner spaces. And I'm going to use a standing double crochet to join, and you can join with a slip stitch and a chain 3 if that works better for you. To make a standing double crochet, you're going to put a slip knot on your hook. You're going to wrap your hook once, and you're going to go into the space. You're going to pull up a loop, and you have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to pull through 2 loops, and then you're going to pull through 2. And that is your standing double crochet stitch. In that same space, you're going to make another double crochet, and you're just making your corner space here, and then you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to make two double crochets into the same space. Now you're going to be working into the back loops of the next 11 stitches until you get to the chain 2 space. So the back loop is going to be the loop furthest away from you, and you can see it best here. So this is going to be your back loop, and the front loop is going to be a loop closest to you. And you're just going to make a double crochet. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And you're going to make your corner of 2 double crochets, and you're going to go directly into the chain 2 space, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets into the same space. And you're going to repeat by making 1 double crochet into the next 11 stitches, and you're going to be just working into the back loop just as you did previously. 1, 2, 3, 11. And you're just going to repeat that sequence all the way around, and I will meet you at the end. And at the end, you're going to make a slip stitch to the first stitch. For round 5, you're going to chain 2. Chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch. And for round 5, we're going to be working through both loops of the stitch. So into that first stitch where you made the slip stitch, you're going to make a double crochet. And you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And into the chain 2 space, you're going to make your corner, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. And you're now going to make 1 double crochet into the next 15 stitches, and that's going to bring you to your next chain 2 space, and remembering that you're working through both loops this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. And you're going to make your corner 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. You're going to repeat this sequence all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. And because this is the last round of the square, I'm going to fasten off here. And I'm going to join to the first double crochet stitch. Then I'm going to go over to the last double crochet stitch that I made. And then I just go over again to the chain 2. And then you just hide the rest of your tail. And you can go ahead and hide the remaining tails, and we'll meet back here. We're going to start making the top of the heart. So now we're going to begin making the bottom part of the square look like a heart, and you're going to be joining in the right corner, and you're going to be working into the front loops of those loops that you left unworked. And it doesn't matter which side of the square that you choose, it just has to be the right corner. Okay, so I'm going to join with a slip stitch, and you can make your slip stitch any way you choose, it doesn't matter. You're going to go into that first stitch, and then you're going to make a chain 1. You're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, skip the next stitch, and make 3 double crochets into the next 2 stitches. One, 2, and 3, and make 3 double crochets into the next stitch. You're going to skip the next stitch, slip stitch into the next, and you're going to make 3 double crochets into the next 2 stitches. And 3 double crochets into the next. At the end, you will have 2 stitches left. You're going to slip stitch into each stitch. And you're going to chain 1, and you're going to fasten off, and you're going to leave a long tail so that you can sew down the back of the hearts. And you're going to want to do that because, especially if you're making a blanket and it's going to be in the wash, you want to make sure that these stay in place, otherwise they're going to be forward like that. So you want to make sure that they're down like that. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to tack those down. So I'm going to go underneath the stitches, and then I'm going to grab a few of these stitches in the front, and then I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to go over to the next set or the next part of the heart, and I'm also going to grab a few of these stitches in the front here, and I'm going to secure it by going on that side again. And you can see the heart shape right here from the bottom all the way up. And you just want to fasten off here. And to finish the remaining 3 sides, you want to repeat what you did here, and there'll be a timestamp so that you can go back and check what I did, and so you can complete the square, and we'll meet back here. I finished making the remaining 3 sides, and this is what your pattern should look like. I also sewed in all my ends on the back. And that is the end of the tutorial. As always, thank you for visiting my channel. Please like and subscribe for more video tutorials, and I will see you in the next video.